What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying out a full freezing grenade build. So there's a new overclock for the swarm grenades that's similar to some of the overclocks available to a bunch of the other elemental grenades. It's called Tape Some Nails to It, and for the most part it does kinetic damage. It adds an extra kinetic explosion to the explosion they already have, but on the Shredder Swarm Grenade it actually adds a cryo explosion. So if we combine that with the cryo grenade and the plasma burster, which also has an overclock that can add some freezing power to it, we can have 3 potential freezing grenades here. I'll take some levels on that, probably help us in the early game, and we do eventually want all of the overclocks anyways. Reload isn't the greatest stat for it, especially since we're not really looking for the ammo rig artifacts for this build. But still, I'll take whatever overclocks I can. Let's get some armor here, especially if I let those guys roll into me. And I'll get a bit more nitra in case we want to do the rerolls on that. So we're looking for the swarm grenade, the cryo grenade, and the plasma burster for the 3 other weapons we have available here. And then I'm mainly going to be looking for a throwable upgrade, since that's the only thing that will work on all 3 of those. So we got the cryo grenade. I think I will go ahead and lock that one in.
The scan just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Cryo grenade level. And then specifically explosive stuff isn't going to be quite as useful because it won't work on the Shredder Swarm. I don't think I care too much about any of these. Let's see what else we got. These are awful. The 2 other ones, the Swarm Grenade and the Plasma Burster, won't actually do cold damage, even though they'll have the freezing effect. Oh my god, these artifacts are terrible. Okay, Holy Bait. I actually don't think I can even kill them here, but I'm out of nitra, so that's the only thing I can even get. I don't know how I'm gonna kill them though. Like, I just have no damage right now. We're going to have to farm a bunch of bugs and get some more levels and weapons, hopefully. Either that or try and get some detonators on them, but I don't know if this is going to work. But I'm out of nitro. We can't get a little bit of resources on the ground from chasing them. But I just have no damage right now. I'm gonna try and finish off the regular resources here, and then hopefully that gives me enough levels. Then we'll have to farm the bugs for a bit, and then we'll have to try and get lucky with detonators or dropping rocks on them somewhere. There's at least no shellbacks, so I'll be able to move around a bit more freely. Magnets, I'm not sure if I can avoid that. We can check an overclock here. Okay, the triple is a fantastic boost. That should help me out quite a bit here. Alright, so I think that's probably about all the resources we're going to be able to get. I'm going to have to try and start chipping down the hoarders now. I guess my best bet will probably be to pull the detonators through them and then hope that they, like, die right at the perfect time. But that just seems so unlikely. Let's take some damage here. I need all the damage I can get. Let's go reload here. I don't think I can kill them then. That was some of the unluckiest artifact rolls ever. Big pickup. I need the damage. So we're looking for the swarm grenade and the plasma burster. There's the plasma.
Get it wrapped up, Miner. The longer you stay, the harder it gets.
Reload into an overclock here, and then we will take, I think, the damage and reload speed to help out with that a bit. I'll just go here. It's the same thing right now anyways. Oh god, the elites are dying and we haven't killed a single hoarder. I'll take some damage here. Wait, I thought one of those was still healthy. Oops. Well, that's gonna be one of the worst starts to a run ever. Take the level here, bit of mining speed. Plasma level, probably reload here, I think. And then we are looking for the swarm grenade here. Nope. Nope. There we go. So I wasted all of my nitra, and I wasted one of the best artifacts of the game too.
The drop pod will head out momentarily.
Do I even have time to get back to this?
Stage 1 clear.
Oh my god, it's a disaster.
Gold and nitro before the next stage.
Alright, so we have 29 nitro left over. I'll take a cryo grenade, and then that's about all we can do there. Can't get any of that. Mining, reload.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, Miner.
I guess probably gold here, and then big paint job to help out the levels on our newest weapon.
You're cute, but you're dead.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. We got too much clutter for the supply pod to land. Do something. Nicely done. Supplies inbound.
Coming, sucker!
Let's go for the level into an overclock here, and then there's the slowing effects.
Favorite type of
Scanner or coupons? I think I'll go for the nitro scanner here pretty early on for that. Then damage into an overclock here. We'll go for I think the damage and reload speeds.
I'm clocking it to 11.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
It will get you killed.
have a decent amount of pickup. Yeah, that's probably fine. We'll go for some reload. That's one of the best stats for 3 different throwable weapons. Decent XP, and then damage. We're 1 level away from potentially having all 3 freezing effects already. Cryo damage is fine. Don't really care about kinetic that much here, I think. Try and pull them through some of the detonators up here, but they're going to be constantly frozen. Probably some crit chance here. Get that damage up a bit, since we should have plenty of crowd control now. This will get us an overclock, but I'm more interested in reload speed than damage, I think. Just the more fun stat with grenades. Probably take a level here. I have a lot of gold. Big movement speed, I'm fine with that. Potency. I'll take a reload level here. We might need to find some more rocks to drop on them actually. But I've mined out most of them. Okay, here's some detonators. We can try and pull them through. Nope, they're dead. Of course. Let's check the overclock here. So this is the new one. Tape some ice to it. Adds a cryo explosion to a drone-based weapon. I don't see any rocks nearby. This could be bad. I mean, I'm trying to focus them. We got all the detonators and rocks I could on them, but they're just so healthy still. Please. Let's go for probably the damage on the plasma burster here. We'll be scaling up throwable stuff a bit more. Potency, I guess. This is getting really rough. A bit of movement so I can avoid them. Please. Damage, yeah. I need to end this very soon. If only we had an artifact on the first level. Luck or armor, sure. And then we'll take reload for that. And then it's a very bad direction where all the bugs are sitting right now. Potency or reload, I'll take the level here. Reloads. Luck. I'll take a cheap level here. That's fine. Bit more pickup and crit since we have a lot of golds. I can get both of those or big reload speeds.
I'm growing stronger.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Onboard entertainment sucks.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly. Got a blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out, miner.
See if we can help out the other side with the detonators and praetorians over there.
Good work. Supply pod inbound.
Level into an overclock, and I think we'll go reload speed here. I don't think this actually scales with kinetic damage, weirdly enough. Although it is pretty good, but this one will give us a lot more freezing. And I guess we will take another nitrous scanner. I don't really have any weapons to mine with that, so we probably should be getting a bit more mining speed then. But there's also a hard cap on the maximum amount of resources you can get from each scanner now. So you can't really abuse them quite as much.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Probably take the potency there, try and get that one up to 18 soon. Alright, we probably need to drop some rocks on them this time. We can finish that off with potency, and I think, or damage I mean, that one was potency. We'll go here and grab the big explosion radius since we kind of want to invest in a lot of weapons here. No favorite this time. Is there any more red sugar? These shellbacks are destroying me. There's a little bit. And some extra nitra. It might be kind of risky going up here. Reload, yep.
Feels rare. Feels right.
This ain't a picnic, miner. The bugs are all over you.
Oh, my single target is so low we don't have to go for a box at the end.
Be happy you can't see my scanner. But I advise that you move, miner.
I got it in the mouth.
Kinetic for those two, I just don't think it's that great.
I can use this. Break the fight.
Objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Feeling much better now.
Let's grab a bit more movement and then reload speeds.
Rare stuff.
I'll take a reload here, I think, since that also helps the freezing effect. Does the same thing as potency, sort of, but also adds some extra damage on top of that. Big reload, I will take that even though it's 18.
Plenty more where that came from. Stage 4 is waiting for you, miner.
Luck, big reload, paint job to help the levels there, those are fine.
I'm feeling lucky.
Damage, some more reload for that. I'm gonna grab a bit of HP since this is getting pretty dicey,
It's a little extra.
and then I guess we may as well.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
Only danger and darkness awaits.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
I do like throwable reload since that works on all of them, but getting the level 18 on that will also be very helpful. You can add some extra bounces to that to make it even better at freezing.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Oh, I'm on fire.
god, I hate the shellbacks in tight spaces like that.
LZ cleared. Supplies inbound.
That only works on the deep core, so I guess it's a third nitro scanner?
It's a little extra special.
Lots of weapon levels at least. Don't know that we can go up there, see if I can sneak out down here. I am kind of trapped. Please kill the detonators. There's a few of them, can't see anything with all that. I will take some explosion radius, it's pretty nice for 2 of our freezing weapons at least. And then we can get an overclock here, I think that's fine. Go for some big fire rate and reload speed for that. Oh my god, there's so many bugs over here. Purple reload, that's probably the best stat, so I will take that. The issue is that my damage is so low, I just get like locked in by the detonators who are constantly frozen, but I can never kill. Let's grab the overclock here with some big damage, and we gotta go triple on that. And actually, +1 drones isn't even that good for me since we're trying to just use it for the explosion anyways. I think I'm just gonna try and get the rocks if I can on them.
Get it done, miner. The bugs are furious.
I will take a big purple reload for that.
Level just went up. All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is
Paint job, I think I will try and get that one up to 18. Does that have anything useful actually? +3 drones, which doesn't do anything for me. And then I think there's a new overclock that also won't be that good, but it might help out a little bit, but I think I'm just going to take the big damage for that for now. Throwable reload, definitely. We're a bit light on gold this time, so I'll hold off for a little bit in case we get more throwable reload. Finish that one off now, and no favorites, so we'll take the extra bounces. Paint job for that. Hold a bit of gold just in case, and another throwable reload, fantastic. Definitely take those, and then that was pretty solid. Bunch of throwable reload speed. And some decent weapon levels.
Take out that dreadnought.
That will be a little bit wasted. I think I might just take the reload speed and get something else for that later on.
Well done, you got them all.
I think with how bad my damage is right now, we might actually need to use all of the terrain on the boss here with the supply pod and all of the rocks we have available. Thermal damage is pretty good. And there's two of them, so it's going to be even harder.
There you go. Delivery of one resupply.
Decent damage. I will take that over reload speed since it's one of the better weapons here.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again. Feeling much better now. I die a little inside every time I have to take
Divers is pretty solid. We could definitely use all the damage stats right now.
That will teach you. Bring the fire.
We need to pull them to some more rocks to help out. But it's so hard to hit both of them at the same time. Paint job. Let's get a bit of crit damage. That'll help me the most with the bosses right now, which are going to be a big issue. Try and pull them through some detonators over here. See if we can scout out some more rocks somewhere. You can't actually see the like a bigger version of the map anywhere, can you? Range one's almost down, and then that'll make it quite a bit easier at that point at least.
I'm not scared of you. Bring it, Becker.
Oh, the supply pod actually blocks his projectiles. Interesting. Let's go for reload here. I like the most, I think.
I'll take this one.
Alright, we have a bit more room to move around without all of the fireballs coming at me now.
Well done, team. Immediate dreadnought threat eliminated. Object quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
Let's get the next one.
Keep pushing, miner. Stage 6 is next.
Level for that, we can finish that off with some damage. Definitely not the favorite, that would actually make me weaker. Reload, durable.
Baby.
I think I'm okay on pickup and we need some good nitro stuff. I think I will lock that one though. Bit short for it right now.
Best.
We might want to reroll one more time for some nitro stuff here. That's fantastic.
Mind if I do?
I guess that's fine, and then some throwable, I guess, since that works on the 3 we're trying to focus here.
I'll take it.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I'm ready for a beer when this is over.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Too much crap in the way. Supplies can't land. Clear it
Big
up.
reload, yup.
Legendary. Boom, baby.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly. And clear. Supply pod inbound.
It only works on the cryo grenade because I don't think adding extra elements changes the scaling any. Pickled Nitra, I could really use some damage, so I think we will go for that.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
My damage has just been so bad so far that that is a welcome relief this time, I think.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Bring it, backers! Say hello to my little friend. Dwarf, don't die. Let's show them some pain.
I need 4 more flowers still.
Think you can kill me? Think again. Go back to hell. Ethan! Shoot the kill.
I think reloads.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
Where are the flowers at?
Alien. Go.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there
These
before
are
the
not
timer
great.
runs out.
Gold's
The drop pod's
okay.
okay to hang around.
I don't see any flowers, man. There's like one on the far right, but I can't even get over there with how slow I am. And we would still need one more on top of that. Rip quest. So grab the big reload, definitely take that. That is pretty wasted now. Try and find some movement speed, I hope. Throwable is pretty good, but reload speeds. Take some potency for that. We actually need to dump some nitro so I don't get too slow. So I should actually be grabbing basically everything. So yeah, the +3 drones doesn't really do a whole lot since we're mainly just trying to go for the explosion effects. And we don't have any other drone stuff, so I think we're just going to try this for a little bit of electric debuffing. And then let me save that actually, since that would be very helpful right now.
Get it done, miner.
I'm ready for a beer when this is over.
I guess damage, don't really need either of those.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly. Swarm is heading your way. Load up. Big swarm detected. Buck up and get ready.
Break the fight!
Can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone. Objective completed.
Triple spitter there. Chet boots are okay. We do have a few rerolls left. See what else we got. This would bring me to 135 HP, which sounds like Sudoku. Let's see what else we got. Okay, multi-tool. That has a lot of stacks. That'll give us a ton of the main stat that I want here. Probably reload, I think. I feel like I'm probably instantly freezing everything anyways.
Objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod before we...
Oh man, a hoarder I don't have enough time to kill with how low my movement speed is. Let's get some explosion radius, I think. I want both of those, but we don't have too much of that. And it's really good on both the cryo and the plasma burster.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Stage 7 complete. Diving deeper.
Grab the movements, try and dump as much nitro as I can between each level.
This is perfect for my build. I rarely go for this. Let's shake it up.
Reload, I like that.
Now this is a
And then
rare
more
treat.
throwable reload. I guess one more since we have a bunch of gold still. Should have taken that crit damage, but oh well.
This is gonna
Bit
help
more
me be the
there.
Perfect dwarf.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
I'm having the best time in my life right now.
That's actually pretty interesting. You can take the drone grenade and just turn it into a freezing and a shocking weapon on a grenade build now. Big damage, yup, definitely need some of that.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Meet your maker, Drake!
Objective completed. Supply pod prepped and ready, miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
You shouldn't be precious mineral. It will get you killed.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We have a swarm incoming.
You've got eliminated! Attack!
One crate of goodies on the way, miner.
I don't really care about any of these. We have one reroll left. Let's see what we got. Ooh, encabulator. Coupons, kind of late on that. I don't actually have any mining weapons. That would be kind of bad as well. But reload speed. What does that bring me to? Minus 24%. Probably not worth it, but the reload speed is so tempting. And my damage issues should be fixed at least. Reload on either of these. Let's go here since it has two different debuffs, I think. I think I'm just gonna grab the red crate here.
Drop pod has arrived.
Big explosive or crit chance? Probably this one. I'm betting that the insane number of drones we have with all the reload speed is probably bringing me close to 100% crit chance anyways. Does still work after there, but it'll be a little bit less effective.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. We're going deeper. Stage 9 is next.
No, I'm doing a triple frozen grenade build with the new tape some ice to it for the shredder swarm grenade, and then you can add in the cold plasma on the plasma burster, and that gives you 3 different grenades that can all freeze. So reload speed, reload, explosion. Oh, you can actually get potency on that once you have the electrified dispenser, it looks like. Interesting. I'm down for that. Then we do need to dump nitra a bit. Probably damage here and some crits.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Yeah, I mean, when you're testing literally every single new overclock eventually, not all of them are going to end up being crazy. Although I have been pretty lucky with like the beam build and the coil gun looking pretty nice at the end game.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
I'm not scared of you! Wait for it! Shoot it in the face! You bugs hot!
The supply pod is at least blocked. Please clear it out.
decent explosive damage. That would only work on the shredder, nah.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Prepare for impact. Big swarm detected. Bug up and get ready.
Decent HP, we do need some survivability. Yeah, I destroyed my mining speed with the encabulator just to get really high reload speed. It would have been fine if I had gotten the mining for the cryo grenade, but sacrifices had to be made for ultimate power.
I'm not scared of you!
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Go to hell!
Alright, let's make sure we get the red crates here.
Arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
Probably gold here, I think.
Gotta have that legendary.
Try and get some more global throwable reload speed or explosion radius, stuff like that. Decent damage.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Reload for that. Pass on the potency, some crit chance. Like reload there.
Feels rare. Feels right.
And then we do have a bit of gold to spend here. I'll take some explosive there.
Try again.
Fortunately, I can't get that now, but reload on that's nice. And then, I guess one more reroll.
Shake it up.
Bit of movement to help out with the pickled nitra.
This is it. Destroy the cocoons and take out the dreadnought. Good luck, miner.
This rock is gonna get the death of us.
I guess I should just beeline for the nitra since I'm not gonna have time for everything here, and that'll buff up the damage a bit at least. Well, I guess this is more of like a slug line than a beeline, it seems like.
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. You should be aggressive minerals. It will get you killed. See you in hell. That will kick you. Here, have a bullet in the fight.
We got too much clutter to wipe out the land. Do something. Good work. There's a resupply on the way.
I guess we could take the levels here. None of these really help too much, but we're out of rerolls. That's actually a fantastic one. Not bad.
It's gonna be good.
And then those are kind of junk. See what else we got. Reload on that is fine.
Just became a better dwarf. You bugs hot.
And then try and get a little bit more nitro for the boss here, but we're out of time nearly.
You bug eliminated.
That might help survive a hit, and those aren't super impactful. Oh, the bad thing is I won't be able to break through his tunnels if he does that on me. So if I stay at long range and then try and move perpendicular, hopefully I escape before it fully forms. Because there is no way I'm mining through that. But we have enough damage to melt him pretty quickly. So that was a terrible start, but I figured I might not have enough damage, but I had to try that at least one time. We did get 3 early Nitra scanners into a pickled Nitra, and we got some fantastic reload with the multi-tool plus encabulator. Did destroy my mining speed, but worth. And that's the take some ice to it cryo explosion on the drone grenade. And then you can also add in the electrical effect on that for some pretty interesting utility for it. And then that one actually unlocks potency for it, didn't know that. And we got the cryo grenade, of course, triple, plus a lot of reload speed there, some extra explosion. And the third freezing effect with the plasma burster there, some extra reload and bounces. 212% global reload and 453% global damage.
Impressive work, Miner. The Dreadnought never knew what hit it.
Whoa, we had 27.6 million electrical dot from the shredder with almost no scaling on that? That's crazy. I had 0 status damage and like 1 potency upgrade? That's crazy. 10.7, 76 million on the cryo and 56.5 on the plasma. But that is insane with almost no scaling for it. Alright, I will be right back. What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying an elemental nuke sniper, the sharpshooter, the thick boy overclock at level 18 for the M1000, and the jury-rigged boomstick was changed a bit so that it actually works with elemental effects now. It will scale up your potency stat based on the total clip size of the weapon, I believe. So we're going to try and convert both of them into an elemental type, and hopefully get the biggest clip size possible with Thick Boy and see how that works out as an elemental base build for once. Fire rate is not very good, but it'll help in the early game and it'll give me a level, I guess. So we're really just looking for reload speed. And then I guess damage won't be that good either if we're going elemental. So really just reload speed and then potency once we get the damage type conversion. Let's get some early pickup here. The Nishanka would actually be pretty cool for that. We can look for the boomstick later on, but this will have medium and then some cool elemental debuffs. I'll take a level here, I guess. Reloads. Oh, I didn't even grab the artifacts. Crit? No, that would be very bad for elemental effects. Let's see what else we got. Ew. Oh, Chemist is actually pretty cool if we're doing that. Won't do anything right now, but it'll help later on. So the only conversion you can get on the M1000... Oh man, we missed the ideal setup, so I guess I'll have to go the reload speed here. So we have to get the fire conversion on that, and then ideally for the other one you would get the 100% clip size. But that's no longer on the table since you would need two specific ones. That's just not gonna do much. If I don't find the fire conversion, then I guess that would end up being best in slot though. I'm really going to be at the mercy of the basic overclocks we get for a run like this, I guess. Probably that's one of the better upgrades we can get. Get some early mining speed. Reloads.
This will help me work harder.
Fire rate is okay for the bull shark. I guess we'll get a bit to help with the early game here. The shellback could be an issue on a map where we don't have any rocks to help with them. So I'm looking for the boomstick or something that would have nice utility. The taser could work. You can get sidearm and some electrical debuffing on that, so I think that's fine here.
Bing, bing, bing. Taser, please.
Boomerang would have been fantastic as well. Let's get some movement speed here, and then I'll take a fire rate for that. And then another one. Open damage. Bit more movement.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it. Stage 1 cleared. Be sure to spend your gold and nitro before the next stage.
Reload definitely. The issue is that most of these stats are going to end up being useless for me. Status is good. I don't think so.
Try again.
Can't afford the paint job there. We'll take a damage to get the overclock here, and what do I want at level 18 on that? There's the static field when you hit stuff. That one was buffed recently, so I think I will go for that. So I think we'll pass on adding the extra bolt types to it then. I guess I'll take that since we're leaving now.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Oh, I need to take a dump.
Those are pretty bad. I'll take the reload. So ideally you would get the fire conversion at level 6 also, so you unlock potency. And then that would double the number of useful level ups for it. Since right now it's really just reload if you're going for thick boy.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Feeling much better now.
Supplies blocked. Get the landing zone cleared.
See you in hell. That will teach you.
Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
I'll take a bit of HP here, and then I don't think I care about any of these. That would work on one weapon. They're just not that great. I guess ration pack it is.
Meet your maker, creep.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly. Well done. You got them all.
Sorry, your own fault for being so good. Points on it.
Reloads.
Red sugar.
Nice pickup. I'll take a blue, I guess. It'll at least help me get through the early game until we can get the overclocks going. And then boomstick, that's what we wanted to get the other copy of the thick boy overclock. And I'm pretty sure the change was to both of them. We can go fire on the M1000 and then either electrical or freezing on that one. Probably electrical since we already have two weapons to go with that.
Boom, baby.
Damage, I suppose. Potency is nice. Reload, we need that for the M1000. Every chance I can get. Bit of armor. Reloads.
You don't see these every day. That's all you got, you slippery shit. I'm gonna kill you all.
Careful.
Fire rates? I don't think that really helps once we go thick boy on it.
That's the one. One down.
You might want a little bit, but I think reload speed is the main stat we're going for. we need the levels on that.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there
Potency
now.
or
It
XP,
will
pretty
be
early on
ready.
I'll go for that. And then some luck.
Feels rare. Feels right. Come and get me, you big busting bug.
Another blue fire rate, I guess. Man, this is a weird build for scaling. 0 projectile damage or anything like that. No fire rate on top of that because of the thick boy.
Here, have a
Stage
bullet in
completed.
the fight.
Onwards to stage 3.
Paint
looks
job,
good, it shoots
bit of
better. Everyone
movements.
knows that.
Those are kind of trash.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Reload would be fantastic for that. I think I'll lock that, grab some more
Yes, please.
movements. Kinetic is going to be useless later on. I
Give it to
guess
me.
I'll take some crit there.
Try
Luck.
again. I can't get enough
It's
of
not
this
great,
stuff.
but we're
This makes my whole
kind
life
of
better.
limited right now.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Global damage.
I'm ready for a beer when this is over.
I feel like it probably would have been better to just go for like a generic elemental nuker instead of going for all of the damage over time stuff. It feels like I've limited myself too much on the upgrades.
I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Oh,
Use some
yeah.
decent mining speed.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Ew, never felt better.
Good work. There's a resupply on the way.
Turbo Encabulator would be nice, but I think it's too early for that. I don't really have much mining speed. I'll get some extra weapon levels with that.
Vapor on!
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready. Objective completed. A swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Potency.
What I needed. You want some more? Die! Say hello to my little friend.
Weapon range. I think I'm gonna go reload speed here. And I think I really need the levels on that, even though damage won't be the best. Big HP. Apparently I'm a tank sharpshooter now, and I'm just gonna grab the
This is a
overclock
rare
here.
treat.
Oh, I can't even get the fire now. So that build is completely dead. So we'll go this,
This is gonna change
and then I'll have to go
everything.
kinetic focus now, actually. That's kind of rough. So status is going to be useless as well.
Extra kick in it.
Yeah, that's the issue with going hard on the specific overclock. Sometimes you just don't get them.
Kill you all.
So that's junk now. Fire rates it is. I'll go... I guess electrical... No, we're going full kinetic now. So I want to not convert that.
This bunks. Yes, we got the horder.
Nitra or some kinetic damage. I'll take some weapon levels, I think. Probably reload here.
Time's running out, Miner. The bugs are getting worse.
Big movements.
You ugly son of a bitch.
Bit of
Now this
XP.
is a rare treat.
Threat level increasing.
That's all you got, you liberation.
All tasks complete. Stage finished.
Big damage. We absolutely need a lot of that now, especially since I passed up some of it early on.
I feel vitalized. This is a
Damage.
rare treat.
Gotta move on, Miner. The drop pod will get out
Damage.
momentarily. Stage 3 done and dusted, Miner. We'll have a good meal ready for you on your return.
Yeah, I don't stream often, just every once in a while if I feel up to it. Reload. Take a paint shot for that. Save a bit of nitra in case I find anything I really want here. Kinetic is fantastic now.
Lucky day.
That's a bit wasted, and we're gonna take it past 18 anyways. Movement. I think the reload on that's pretty slow. Yeah, 6 seconds base, wow. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Next time, let's go somewhere nice.
Mostly when there's like a new patch with some fun stuff, like all the new overclocks and all, I'll try and do like 1 or 2 streams at the same time.
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
bring the pie!
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Your own fault for being full of good.
Big potency. Yeah, fire rate's gonna be useless, so I will take that.
Now we're talking.
And then I think we... Do I still want the same electrical thing on that? Yeah, I think so.
Overclock.
Just maximize the debuffing for it. How much status did I end up getting? 60%? So probably like 2 or 3 upgrades that are going to be mostly wasted there.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
See if I can set off some of those detonators to clear out a path for me up here, hopefully. Please. I'm going to run through some of the weak guys there, I think.
For you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
Shoot to kill.
to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Feel much better now.
Decent crit damage. That's useful now that we're going for the full kinetic.
See that coming, sucker?
Oh my god, that's a lot of bugs. Reload is fantastic. So this would drop me 108. I think that's fine since we got the ration pack as well. Reload is great.
I'm not scared of you.
Quota satisfied.
Probably the early luck here.
Get moving. It won't hang around.
Kind of early, stage 4. Fire rate isn't great, but I'll take the level anyways.
You ugly son of a bitch.
Reload would finish that, but we'll get a decent amount of XP off of that right here. And I'll probably find something nice in the shop for it anyways.
Suck on this, you freak of nature.
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Hell yes.
Here we go, reload speed's good. And then this is actually supposed to scale up the potency based on the total clip size now as well, I think. But we're gonna take it anyways. I just can't really utilize that now since we missed the fire conversion for it. Fire rates probably doesn't matter now. I'll take
Feels
a
like
paint
a
shop
brand new nothing
there.
for me here. Let's try again.
Some fire rate
Give
for
it some
that.
I'm growing stronger.
And then some big stuff there.
This is the big one, Miner. Find and destroy the cocoons and take out that dreadnought.
Loot bug looted. Dwarf, don't die. Eat it. I got it. Loot bug looted. Think you can kill me? Think again.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Ah, I got it in
Decent
the
paint
mouth.
job to catch that up a bit.
I killed the loot bug, but I'm not so proud about it. Come and get me, you big fucking bug.
We got supplies
Think you
ready
can kill
for you.
me? Well,
Clear
think
the landing
again.
zone for obstacles, please.
I'm not scared of you. Eat it. Ooh.
One crate of goodies on the way, Miner.
20s. That'll depend on the total crit stats you get. I think that might be worth it with these stats. Divers is just good with no drawback though. If I get a lot more crits, then that might end up being a downside, and this will always be good, so we'll just go there. It's because the crit stats on that are additive and the damage penalty is multiplicative. So like the more overall stats you have, the worse it will get. And Sharpshooter also starts with some extra crit stats on top of that. Instant healing on them. I'm gonna try and line them up if I can so that all the piercing shots go through them. I guess probably... No, we need the levels on the jury rig so I can actually get the second copy of Thick Boy on that. If we can get the piercing shots through both of them, that'll be much better. Or we can just keep blasting the melee guy over and over. Well, we ran them out of heals very quickly. Potency, yep. Oh, I guess I actually could have damage numbers on, at least for the basic weapons. See how much that Thick Boy is doing. Damage and reload are great. Take those for the main weapon. Bit more pickup. Cheap level for that. Reload for medium is great. And then some crit damage. So reload that on that. 1.22, that's not too bad. We did get the highest damage combo on that, right? Yeah, oomph and bigger mags. Just not really what I was trying to do here. Big reloads. Sharpshooter passive doing work there with the massive overkills on the Thick Boy. Mocap is okay. We do have a decent number of rerolls, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer so that we can remove more of the artifacts from the pool. And then the rerolls will be a little bit more effective if there's nothing good. Decent pickup. We could probably use a bit more still.
Swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Decent crit damage. Mainly looking for potency and reload on that, I think. To get a better utility weapon.
Objective completed.
Got it right between the eyes.
Well, I guess we can take an easy red crate now with the thick boy. Fire rate, I just don't think that's very good on it. And we've already taken a bit just for the levels on it. Reload is fantastic though.
Feel much better now.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Die!
Stage 7 is next. Keep it together.
I think I'm gonna pass on that now. Reload definitely. Kinetic is pretty
Just the upgrade
good.
I was looking for.
And then that's very expensive for just one level on the utility weapon, so I'll pass on that. That one needs levels pretty badly. We'll take the clip size to go with thick boy eventually there. Those are some solid gold upgrades. Pretty expensive, but we do have a decent amount of nitra here. And then I wanted to go payload here so that it would be much better at debuffing like elites and stuff for us. So whenever it hits large enemies or rocks, extra electrical stacks.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
I think we actually have a chance to make it out alive.
Oh yeah, and that one was buffed in the patch a decent amount as well, so it should be quite a bit better now.
I feel brighter lights.
Though it seems to be just exploding the rocks right next to me. Take the boomstick level, we still need to get that one up quite a bit.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Boom, baby!
Objective completed. Excellent job. Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
Let's show them some pie! Right along, my little friend.
Potency, yeah, that's the set I'm looking for. And then sidearm is the overclock we want for that also.
Here you go.
Make all of our thick boys hit extremely hard. Ooh, weapon box. What's in the box? You got the impact axe with a fire trail. That does absolutely nothing here, other than potentially making some other artifacts stronger.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
It's probably the single worst overclock we could get on it as well. The acid trail at least would have amplified the damage of the other weapons a bit. There's some damage upgrades we could have gotten instead. I guess it is at least kinetic to go with the two main weapons here. I'll take some kinetic damage there.
Think you can kill me? Think again! Vaporize!
All tasks complete. Stage
I
finished.
just don't think I care that much. Big crit chance, not gonna pass that up on sharpshooter. Crit damage.
Here, have a bullet in the fight! You bugged out!
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Good work, miner. Now to stage 8.
potency. Reload is 0.85. That's not too bad, and we'll keep getting some medium stuff. Bit more movement because it's fun. Don't really care. I don't think the level 18 on that does too much. Let's see what else we got. Damage on that's great, and so is reload. Take a cheap level for that, I guess. Then we have some gold to spend, those are nice. And then reload may as well.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
Already in this. Open. Eliminated.
Objective completed.
Bring the fight.
Bye bye. Crit chance damage. Crit chance looks better here.
Not too shabby.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Damage on the M1000.
I'm not scared of you.
Does that actually...
Christmas tree.
That looks like it's damaging the rocks there. Be behind an electrical field that deals damage? I didn't know that, huh?
See ya later.
Supply pod LZ is full of crap.
See if we can avoid that magnet, save it for later. Yeah, it's damaging those, look at that.
Swarm detected.
Decent reload.
Supply pod launch. Impact imminent.
That's all you got, you
I
separation.
think it's a bit late on that. Let's see what else we got. No. Pay to win is okay. I think I'm fine with that. The piercing is actually useless on sharpshooter, I think, since that has 50 by default, that has 50 by default. If we go thick boy, I think that gets a lot more piercing as well. So it's actually pretty weak here.
I got it. See you in hell.
And I don't even have to try to get the red crates now, since weapons with the precise tag will aim at the highest HP enemy. They just get absolutely deleted without even trying now.
Get there now.
60 nitra is a lot of weapon levels. I do want that, but I think we're gonna go there. Probably better overall.
Never felt better.
Probably damage here.
This one looks best.
Looks like 270,000 crits on the M1000,
Stage 8 done and
and we didn't even completely optimize that since I was trying to do something else with it. Reload's good.
Suits me best.
I will grab a bit of HP so that we're always healthy with the energy bars.
Show me more.
Damage is cheap, and then reload is great. Only a little bit of nitra, so we'll save that for cooler stuff.
Give it to me. Show me more.
Paint job would waste a level.
I rarely pick one of these. Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Bit of mining.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Ha! How are they ever gonna make it in this hellhole?
away. Load up.
That's all you got, you slippery shit!
Landing zone ready. Impact imminent.
Turbo Encabulator. It's going to destroy my mining, but I think I will take it on stage 9 now.
Here, have a bullet!
So we're at minus 13%.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
That hit the spot.
Bit more HP, just in case the energy bars hurt me too much.
One down! You ugly son of a bitch!
Probably reload there. How's that looking now? 0.65, pretty nice, considering it one-shots everything, including elites. Bye-bye. See if I can line those two up, and they're gone.
Well done. Objective completed.
I like both these. This will give us bigger numbers.
It will leave without you.
See if there's any resources nearby with my extremely slow mining speed. Doesn't seem like it.
Took out a loot lump.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it.
Take the level here.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Crit damage, finish that off with the reload.
Treat.
And it doesn't look like this says anything about the potency change I saw in the patch notes either, but this one does gain a bunch of piercing and weapon range now, which I believe is new.
This one almost
So
was
that's
too
up to
easy.
12 by default. I think we're okay here.
Nope. Try again.
Reload is good.
Oh-wee, not too shabby. Surely next time will be better.
Global damage, paint job to try and get another overclock there, I guess.
To match it.
Just for the encabulator.
The dreadnought will emerge when you destroy the small cocoons. And watch out for elites. Keep your cool. You will make it out just fine.
Oh, I need to take a dump. There is much over here. Took out a loot lump. What's on it? Bring the pie! Come and get me, you disgusting spawn! One down! That's all you got, you slippery shit!
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
That's all you got, you slippery shit! Let's show them some pie!
Reload, not bad.
Good work. Tripod inbound.
I got it in the mouth!
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. The boss is almost out, but I should be able to one-shot them.
Yeah! We got
Big
the horse.
damage. Or we could go for 2 more levels on that. I'm just gonna take the damage, I think.
Now we're talking.
See the biggest hits we can get on the boss here. Probably just reload here.
Let's do it.
Then I think there's one more to the top somewhere that didn't get one shots. Those are not the greatest. Reload there's okay. Boss is up. I guess we'll just try and one-shot him instantly. Looks like 626,000 crit there. Not too bad considering the build was pretty messed up.
Hell yeah!
So yeah, there was something in the patch notes about Thick Boy getting potency based on its total clip size now, which should make it viable as an elemental weapon, but you have to hit the conversions at one of the basic overclocks. So you're kind of at the mercy of those, and you really want the bigger mags as well since it's based on the clip size. So kind of hard to pull off. You can do it on both of these. We did get one of them there, but since I was locked out of the M1000, I think it was best to just stick with the kinetic there, take a bunch of sets. Oh yeah, and the sets over here. 494% global, 255% reload, 91 and 458% crit damage. I think the squinties would have been a downside with those stats. Not 100% sure, but I think we were close to the breakpoint. So divers was probably better there. Weapon box, not great, but it did buff up the encabulator a little bit.
Congratulations. One less dreadnought to worry about. Management sends their regards.
.3 acid dots. I don't think I'm going to try and do the calculations with a split damage type weapon. I can do the sharpshooter passive though. We had full kinetic on these three, so that would be 143, 146. So the sharpshooter passive was 110 million there. That's kind of nuts. Wow. Especially when we had to swap the build path a bit there. What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying to get as many tether effects as possible on the maintenance worker. So there's a new one here on the Shredder Swarm grenades, where the swarms will tether to the grenade that they spawned out of, I think. And then there was already a tether effect on the Thunderbird drones and something else, the shock fence. That one can shoot a tether to all of your other constructs. So we have 3 potential tether effects with one new one added in for the Shredder Swarm grenade. And then we can convert the gun platform to electrical as well. And that would give us 4 pseudo-electrical damage weapons. Although the Shredder Swarm grenades won't have the electrical tag like all of the other weapons will.
This dwarf's got hops.
Probably take the levels here.
Let's hop to it. Try and catch me now.
So none of these. No. Shock fence, that works.
Oh, give me those sappy things.
Oh yeah, and the disposable tech was redesigned on that as well. So they can leave a bunch of electrical ground whenever they expire on top of that. Or even more electricity.
To the sky.
We can't really deal with the tiny detonators right now though.
Alien, go.
Supply pod prepped. Clear out the landing zone and triangulate your position so it can land.
Stock up. Hey, I'm healing. I got it.
Bit of global damage. That'll be a pretty good stat since we are
The one.
scaling a lot of an elemental effect that will also increase the base damage with crit chance. So we'll probably have a decent mix of damage over time and base weapon damage, I think. Oops. That's not the greatest, but I will take a legendary anyways. We're mainly looking for reload and potency on most of the weapons here. And also lifetime as a global stat will be very nice. I think I'm gonna take the reload over that.
This dwarf got hops. Eat that!
Objective completed.
One down! Shoot it in the face!
Reloads.
Boing! I die a little inside every time I have to take out a sweeper.
Paint job will get us an overclock, and that's just
Doesn't hit
damage.
harder, but looks fancy.
So we'll go with the slowing effect on that, add some extra crowd control in.
Up and back down again. This dwarf's got hops.
I'll take reload
Give it
here.
to me. One down. Die. Let's clear them out. That will teach you. The time is up, Drake. Oh, I got it. Ugh, I got it in the mouth.
Aw, I was pretty close to getting the purple crate there without even trying. Let's see what overclock we got here. So we want to go electric, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the mining here, and then there's two other things we want here. The swarm grenade that has the new overclock, fantastic. And then reload is what we want for that. Reload. Kinetic is going to be useless eventually, but I will take some status and try that out, I think.
This dwarf's got hops. Makes my
Reloads.
whole life better.
Hatches shut, taking you to stage 2.
Big mining speed, yep.
Legendary upgrade. How can I not?
Potency. I'll take some early XP, and then we need some gold for the rerolls here. Reload definitely. That'll get us another overclock here. And then this was actually changed a bit, so it drops electrical ground when they die as well, so that's kind of cool. And I think I will take that over that. Bit of gold.
Gotta have it.
Load up and get going.
There was a pretty decent sized patch for it recently, a lot of new overclocks, and a lot of them were redesigned, so everyone who plays the game is back to it for a bit. I'm looking for the new overclock for the Shredder Swarm Grenade that causes them to shoot out an electric tether to the grenade that spawns them. So we're going to try and get all of the different weapons that can do electrical tether effects and see what that looks like.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
And I'm not so proud about it. Shoot it in the face.
Can you jump on the hoarder?
Let's hop to it.
No. Dang. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Probably the level here. Actually, it's early on. XP might help us get some more interesting stats like reload and lifetime and all. Reloads. Fire rates.
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
To the sky. Was that some?
I love when there's a jump pad right next to all of the resources. It's so satisfying. I'll take the level here. I don't even need the more kites, but it's so fun anyways.
Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Your history. Suck on this, you freaking nature.
So we need the Thunderbird drone now. I have a bunch of golds. See if we can do it. There we go. Not too bad.
My hair stand up. Suck on this, you freaking nature.
Good work. Supply pod inbound.
Oh, there's another one, huh? So the clover and the coupons are both fantastic here. I'm thinking we lock in the clover and that will make it a lot easier to get +1 drones on the swarm grenade. We have to give up the +3 drones at level 18 in order to get the new Tether Overclock for that. So that will be a much more important upgrade to try and find for the level ups on it.
This
Reloads.
is a rare treat. Shoot to kill. This one's for Carl.
Fire rate probably... I might need some damage here.
Yoink.
Since I'm trying to finish off a hoarder that I can't really focus, and there's the elites out right at the same time. I want to try and make sure I can get this guy. We need the levels here the most, and then we'll definitely take the triple for that to get as many out as possible.
Take that.
Yeah, this hoarder's gonna be pretty difficult to kill with this build right now. The shock fences are basically not gonna be able to hit its reload into an overclock. There we go, electrical, nice. And then none of my other weapons will really focus on it specifically. So I just have to hope that like AoE damage slowly whittles it down. I do like this status, we're gonna have a ton of that eventually.
Time's running out, miner. The bugs are getting worse.
Potency, yep.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. Let's clear them out.
Potency. Luck, pretty important. Where is that grenade going over there? Fire rates.
This is a rare treat.
That one just went off into the void. What?
Swallow this.
Big status. And then, should be doable now. I don't know if I can get the magnet as well. We'll take the lifetime for everything.
Bunga. Yeah, we got the hoarder.
Ooh, I think I'll take this to get it out of the pool.
Dimmity dips.
Pretty early on, and the XP collection actually is nice. It unfortunately doesn't seem to have spawned here since we got it right after the pod came down. Drone damage. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Smart pick.
I'll take some status here. And then probably a level here. Yeah.
I'm raring to try this out.
Paint job over damage.
Hails to match it. Hey, bugs. How's my butt look from down there?
Drop pod is about to leave.
Yeah, I don't think I have time for the magnet up there since I'm pretty slow right now. Fire rate is... Actually, we want to get as many drones out as possible for the tethers, so I will take that one.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back.
Potency out of those. Potency gets an overclock here. And I think this would actually be bad here. We want the level 18 one where these shoot out a tether as well. And it just won't be active very much if we make them last a very short time, so we'll go for the aggro chip. Cheat potency there, reload. See what else we got. Reload there's fantastic. Status, reload.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
It's quiet. Almost too quiet. Take that, harmless crystal!
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Say hello to my little friend! Say hello to my little friend!
There's so many tiny detonators, where do I go? We need more drones! And more tethers!
Supply pod prep for you. We need the LZ clear.
That's okay, it has some decent potency at least.
Bloody hell,
Here you go. Delivery of one resupply for you, miner.
That would be very bad here. Mocap's okay, I think I'm fine with that. It does have global damage, so that'll be good for a status-based build.
healing like there is no tomorrow. You ugly son of a bitch!
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time.
Lifetime wants a ton of that.
Think you can kill me? Well, think it. This dwarf got hot. Hey, Bugs! How's my butt look from down there? Ah.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Off the loop, Bugs. Let's get the mineral. You're cute, but you're dead.
I think... Oh, that's actually just drone lifetime, so only 2 weapons. I'll take the potency here. The level 18 is a huge power spike on the turrets.
Think you can kill me? Think again. Oh, I got it. Alien scum. This dwarf got hot.
Looks like that's about it, so we'll probably just try and maximize the reward box here. Drag them through as many of the ground effects and turrets as possible. Not quite able to do the red box. Ooh, it's drones again. I think I will take a purple though. Ooh, +1 drones would have been way better on Shredder, but I'll still take that.
Hello and good.
Quotas satisfied.
paint job to help catch that up.
Get moving. It won't hang around.
We can probably do more with that actually.
I've been dreaming of something like this.
Bit of pickup, kind of light on that. We're about to leave a bunch of XP behind. Oh yeah, I do have the company magnet at least. So we get half of it. Luck, yup.
I'm a better dwarf than yes.
Reloads.
Gotta move on, miner. The drop pod will head out
Drone.
momentarily.
Again, I'll take the level 18
I'm a better dwarf
and get the massive fire rate on that so they can mine faster and apply a lot more stacks.
Stage 3 completed. Taking you to
I
stage
do
4.
really like the jump pads, but the small detonators can be pretty painful. Reload,
This is a
potency,
rare treat.
bit more
Epic
pickup,
upgrade. Let's shake it up.
reloads, luck,
Mind if I do?
global
This'll do.
damage.
Next.
I think I will take that, and then some drone reload for the swarm grenade
Now
mainly.
This is a rare treat.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
I usually still go for the sand map if I'm going for any weapons that might have mining, although I guess we should have done that here since I have the turrets, so you can get more value out of the resource scanners.
Job done. Boing.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
To the sky.
Probably pickup radius.
I'm having an epic mission. Shoot it in the face. Ooh. You ugly son of a bitch. Alien, go. Shoot it in the face. Just doing my job.
Objective completed.
I'm not scared of you. This one's got hots. You want some more?
We have a supply pod prepped for you. We need the LZ
Shoot it
clear.
in the face. Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of shit.
Swarm detected. Get ready. LZ cleared. Supplies inbound.
Coupons. Yeah, we can get a lot of value out of that still. Probably potency. Reload is only really decent on the drones if you're going for the disposable tech overclock. And we're going to be getting a decent amount of lifetime and reload speed anyways to pump up the swarm grenade. So I think that's not great.
Die! Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. Think you can kill me? Well, think again. Loot bug looted. Alien, go. Attack! Your history.
We can finish that off with the reload
One
speed.
of these.
So this will be our first tether effect, electrical beams to all nearby constructs. Yup.
This is gonna change everything.
And then we have 2 more to go with the 2 drone weapons.
Go to hell. I'm gonna kill you all.
Luck.
I'm a new dwarf. Come and get me, you big fuck.
All tasks complete. Stage finished.
I think paint job to help get that one up a bit.
You want some more?
Big electrical damage and potency.
This upgrade's gonna change my life. I'm not scared of you.
I could really use some movement speed. We are very slow. I'm gonna take the level here, I think, just because it's so low right now, and that's the newest overclock that we want to check out.
Think you could kill me? Well, think
Stage
again.
4 completed. Next stage is the dreadnought. Prepare accordingly.
Luck,
Wee, not
bit
too
more
shabby.
movement.
What else we got?
Reload into an overclock, and we'll take the +1 drones for that. Lifetime for those 2, I'm fine with that. See if we can get some nitro stuff here. I guess I'll lock that. Grab the luck for now, paint job, and then we have a lot of nitro, so I guess.
Here we go. You've found the dreadnought. Now you just need to make it come out of hibernation by destroying the cocoons. Show them what a single dwarf can do.
A single dwarf and a billion drones and electrical tethers.
It was broken when I got here. Thought it right before me on. Hey, bugs! Now you later, sneaky
Bypass
bug.
active. Locate the LZ and prep it for landing.
I got it in the mouth.
We got a supply pod launch. Stand clear of the impact zone.
Ooh, multi-tool, 8 stacks, so it's not the greatest, but it is more reload speed.
Upgrade.
And we can potentially get the weapon box artifact to pump that up a lot also.
Hot. One down.
Well done. You got them all.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but more drones, but legendary.
That's legendary. Dwarves don't die easily. You ugly son of a bitch. Eat it! Here, have a bullet in the fight. Loot bug looted. Hey, bugs! Out, boing! Now you later, boing!
I love the combo jumps you can do off of all the loot bugs especially. Luck to try and get more drones.
I just became better. This dwarf got hops. To the sky! Try and catch me now! Eat blood! This dwarf got hops.
Alright, boss is about out, so we'll want to stay in an area we have a bunch of stuff set up already, and try and drag him in a straight line through the background effects. I can't really see. Let's turn that off. There's so much stuff on the screen right now. Big reload, yep. Try and pull them back through all of our stuff on the ground. Alright, single target looking a bit rough right now, but we are missing a lot of the big overclocks. I think the level 18 on the swarm grenade will be a huge boost. Potency, sure. That one has both electrical and freezing, so that's pretty nice there. Big damage. I think this is actually better here. It's just one of my weapons, but they're all going to be applying electrical effects. And we're trying to get some decent potency as well.
Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated. Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will wait without you.
I'm gonna grab a bit of survivability here. Why is that guy right there shielded? There are no wardens nearby.
Good work, miner.
Come to me, my babies. Grab the big lifetime, big reloads. Probably pass on that. Potency's decent, fairly cheap. Reload definitely. I can grab both of those, and then we'll go for the big potency increase to that. Even more. Try and find some gold stuff. Status is great. I don't think we want either of those. I'll take a global damage.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined. Here we go! Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in record time. Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. Supply pod prepped. Clear out the landing zone and triangulate your position so you can land.
Oh, there's a lot of water over there actually. Can't go there.
Job done. Let's show them some pie.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
I break it, they pay for it.
I just can't get close to the supply pod with all the small detonators right now. We really need to get the 18 on the swarm grenade, and that should make a big difference. Hopefully this level does it, or I might be in trouble.
I got it in the mouth.
Big crit damage, armor. I'm gonna grab that, I guess. We should have high crit with the insane number of electrical stacks I'm doing at least. Okay, reload speed, fantastic. Here is our second tether effect. The drones from this one are tethered to the grenade that they came out of, I believe, and this is entirely new. Here, I'll take potency. Gold is okay. I think I'm fine with that. Paint job, help get that one to the final tether. I will take a big reload for that.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Look at all my lightning. That's not even my final form. +1 drones to finish that. Don't mind if I do. And here is the final one. Shoot out electrical beams to all nearby constructs. Although I guess both of these work, but this one sounds more insane, since it should work with the swarm grenade as well.
I'm clocking it to 11.
I will lock that, save it for later, try and find some decent gold stuff. Not really.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Movements, I guess.
Wee, not too shabby.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
Ryan, catch me now. Now you later, stinking bug. Let's hop to it. Two bug eliminated. I found some more guys.
Objective completed. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
I'm gonna kill you all. You ugly son of a bitch. Sorry, little bug.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Alright, now I'm feeling the lag. Perfect. Although, it is surprisingly somewhat playable. Probably use some healing now, since those guys are still a little bit hard to avoid.
Go to hell.
How is that guy still alive? My god.
We have a supply pod prepped for you. We need the LZ clear.
Lights on it. To the sky. I'm healing. Bring it, backers. Found some nitro. Take that, harmless crystal.
That's pretty good, but we can get more turrets out for the shock fence and the drone to tether to.
Come and get me, you disgusting bug. Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
Oh my god, that's so much lightning. Reload on these is both great. I think the swarm grenade will probably end up being the silliest one here. Especially if we can get some more drones for it. Ooh, encabulator. Yeah, I'll take that.
This will help me work harder. Die!
Drop pod has arrived. Get
Nitra is more fun than damage.
not going to hang around.
Go back to hell. Ah! To the sky!
Lifetime for all of the weapons? Yup. It's beautiful.
We're going deeper. Stage 8 is next.
Can I get both of those? Yup.
Legendary. I knew today. Show me more.
Luck. Reload for drones. It's fine, but we're a bit low on nitra. Lifetime. See what else we got. Reload speed for drones, and then a bit of nitra left over.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Look at this plot. Now you later, stinking bugs.
I guess just reload here.
I'm raring to try this out. This dwarf got hot.
Oh my god. Still have a few more stages to go too.
Back down. I killed the loot bug, and I'm not.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarming coming.
One down.
It's getting very hard to see and very laggy. Oh my god, I'm at like 5 FPS. Now I'm at 1 FPS. Oh no, we broke the game.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Back up to like 10.
One down.
The surface is too packed for the supply pod to land. Please clear it. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
I'm not scared of you. Boom, baby. Hey, I'm here.
Reload?
This thing must like me.
It's so hard to see anything or play right now.
Take that, harmless crystal.
My screen is now lightning.
Supply on the way.
Ooh, hooly baits.
It's mine.
We have a bunch of stuff set up to nuke them instantly, hopefully. I think it's too late to really get a ton out of the nitra scanner, and I could use some survivability with how hard it is to see anything now.
Bring it, backers.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
Nitra.
Legendary upgrade. How can
I don't... Oh, it looks like they mostly died. Probably crit here. Make stuff die a little bit faster. No, none of those circles were what I was looking for. I guess 3 of them got away. Whoopsie. Don't really have time for them now. Potency.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
I got it?
Dang, if just the elites stayed alive a little bit longer. Man, that was kind of a wasted artifacts.
Diving deeper.
Lifetime.
Extra special.
Reload's fine on that.
What else we got?
Reloads.
This works.
And more reload.
Legendary upgrade. How can nothing for me here? Let's try again.
And luck and reload. Actually, no, reload's not great on that. I'll take some damage here, kill stuff a little bit
Feels
faster.
rare. Feels right.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
Now you later, stinking. This dwarf's got to the sky. Now you later, stinking bug.
Lifetime.
Feels strong.
I'm back down to 1 FPS.
Supplies blocked. Get the
Back up
landing
to
zone
10.
cleared.
I got it in the mouth.
Box of goodies headed your way, miner.
I actually don't mind the survivability. We could get the multi-tool, right? Or the weapon box. Those would be really good. 2 rerolls, I'll check it. Chemist is decent with no downside. That would probably get me killed. So I think I'm fine with that. I do want to get a lot more Nitra for the next artifact then. Probably should have done that here as well.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Multi-tool would just be pretty insane here.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Alien scum. Shoot it in the face.
Oh my god. I can't see anything.
Let's show them some pain.
Drone Jesus, hold the wheel.
Back to hell. This thing tickles my blood. Job done. You want some more? Let's show them some pain.
Potency's fine.
Ethan. Say you like her. It's on its on, you slippery
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the
I
final
think I
runs
like
out.
the weapon
Drop
levels
pod
here.
is going to hang around.
Change my life. Say you like her.
Reload speed for all drones. Turrets should be able to get the Morkite here in time, hopefully.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in record. The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Probably potency for that.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Bit of armor since we need the survivability. I guess potency's fine.
I rarely go for this one. Gonna roll the dice on this
Luck, it's kind of late, but +1 drones would be so good. I'm down to
This
still
is
get it.
perfect for my build. I'm feeling lucky.
Reloads, reloads.
Show me more.
I guess. Oh, potency, that's
I
decent.
can't get enough of this rare stuff.
It's actually kind of hard to get potency on the swarm grenade because it only unlocks once you get the level 18 for that, so we are very light on that.
I hope this mission will pay off handsomely. Just doing my job. Here, have a bullet in that fight. Smell you later, stinking bugs. Healing like there is no tomorrow. Was that supposed to break? That one kicked in.
Resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
I think I'm gonna try and find the rest of the Nitra to maximize the rerolls here. Okay, there we go. And then we'll go all in on the multi-tool for extra reload speed. Or I guess the weapon box is okay.
Up and back down.
Good work. There's a resupply on the way.
Weapon box. I guess it really only does one instance of that. Yeah, I'm gonna look for the multi-tool. And that's it. Rip. No multi-tool.
I'm gonna do something epic.
The dream is dead.
It's for me.
I guess we'll go set up an entire army on top of him when he spawns. Welcome to this world. Time to get shocked.
To the sky. Die, creep. Vaporize.
Oh my god.
Dreadnought wiped out. Good work, team.
I'm surprised the game is somewhat playable like this. This is insane.
Get moving. It won't hang around.
I'll take this one.
So final stats here, 234% global damage, 140% global reload, 287% status, 15% lifetime, but we had a lot of specific stats here. 60% lifetime, 120% for drones. Bit of potency and reload down there. We had 3 drones? I thought there were 3 by default. I guess it's 2. But you triple that for the grenades, so 9 each throw. And then you can multiply all of that, which I'm not going to try to do right now, and then a tether to every single one of them from the new Overclock. Then we got some extra tethers to everything from the shock vents. Also had some nice slowing on that, and some electric ground from the disposable tech. And then even more tethers to everything with the Thunderbird. Some nice potency for that. But that doesn't really do a ton with reload speed unless you get disposable tech, but we wanted to keep these alive for more tethers. Got the electric conversion on that, and the mining, so could have got... Oh wait, I had the multi-tool! No, I'm an idiot! I forgot about that, oops, my bad.
Excellent. Objectives completed. Strap yourself in and come on home.
But still, that was absolutely insane. Can I do the electric dot? Probably not, because this was converted to electric from kinetic at some point. Oh, I guess I can subtract that since everything else is pure electric. So that would be 24 million? So about 30, 93, about 99 million? So we had about 53 million electrical dots. Plus probably an insane amount of crit chance from that as well. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's see, Farham is actually streaming some Path of Exile 2 if you guys want to check him out. He's also been doing some Deep Rock Galactic survivors in the new patch. Let me see if I can rate him real quick.